All right. So, Dale, I want to ask you about the Iranian conflict, the impact on the economy. But first, I know that you have a lot of military connections, and we had 4 of the 6 U.S. Army Reserve members killed in the Iranian drone attack in Kuwait. They've been identified. 18 others were wounded. I mean, from a military perspective, how does this weigh on your shoulders?
Well, every death should be studied as far as how it could be prevented and grieved because they're all looked like fine Americans, and so it's a lot of um, thoughts and prayers for their family and their service, and I'm very grateful for that. It is also amazing that we were able to very effectively take out the leader of Venezuela and Iran. And once again, as every life is a loss for America and that family, having 6 casualties so far with all that accomplished is absolutely jaw dropping, and the efficiency of what the military does. And this isn't just new. I always say, without going down this rabbit hole, that in Afghanistan, we were in Afghanistan for 20 years, and we
Right.
lost less men and women in Afghanistan in 20 years than we've lost in Iwo Jima in a week
Wow.
during World War II. So we're very good at, with the hammer, with the lethal combat. There's a lot more to dissect of those, what went wrong, what we call right of bang. But the military's, I tell you, 'cause I'm in uniform at least on a monthly basis. And if you are pessimistic about America, you just need to see what this military is capable of. And by the way, it's men and women and every single diversity of America, and
Yeah, we
mostly
had,
young, a little
yeah,
bit.
we
Some
had
are
one
old, like
woman
myself.
that was killed.
but,
Yeah, I know.
but it's a beautiful glimpse of what's right about our nation. Includes also, by the way, undocumented immigrants in the military as well. It is America, and it is effective a fighting force.
So then back here on the home front, Dale, we still don't know how long this operation is going to take. We've heard anywhere from 4 to 5 weeks up to 8 weeks. The president's saying from the business perspective, there's going to be some fluctuation with whether it's oil prices, whether it's gas prices. The stock market day in and day out is probably going to be a roller coaster. If you're a business owner and you're monitoring the world theater, do you plan ahead for these possible big changes and these hiccups that could come in an otherwise normal year?
Well, it depends what business you're in. I mean, if you're an ice cream business, it's very different than if you're in a manufacturer
Sure.
that is in the artillery supply chain, right? If you're in the artillery supply chain, you're probably looking at a pretty good year with all the different THAAD systems and Patriot missile batteries and all the things that you need to not only supply the American-Israeli war effort, but now all these other nations that are fighting in the defensive. They not only want to replenish their defensive assets, but they're thinking, this is a real threat. I need to up my military procurement as well. But 25% of the oil in the world crosses through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, what percentage of that reaches America, North America? Very, very, very small. But it all is one global system. So it's a supply-demand market around the world, and it gets a little complicated with the type of crude and type of refineries that can handle that crude. But generally speaking, is that if one part of that supply chain is disrupted, which it is right now, then you're going to have disruption. So it's not catastrophic. The estimates are that a barrel of oil can go to $100 a barrel, about a 25% increase, which would take gas prices from like $3 to $3.50. But that's an impact because gas prices aren't only your discretionary income, but it's also embedded in the prices that you're paying. And we're still trying to tamper down inflation. It's right now around 3%. The target's 2%. And right now, politically, which is the beauty, I guess, and also the challenge of a democracy sometimes, is there's challenge in that democracy to cap those costs. And so this administration is going to want to get that strait opened up pretty soon, get these prices down, and make sure the domestic impacts of this war are minimal.
He is the president and CEO of the Metropolitan Milwaukee Association of Commerce, Dale Kooyenga. Dale, thank you so much for
This
joining
goes
us.
by way too fast every time.
It always does. I know. And we went over a minute. by a
Wow.
minute.
Oh, man.
But that's okay.
That's right.
Insider baseball for you right there.
Well, but we have all these things going on with our commercials, so who cares, right?
Got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.